Today on the Star Wars Show, Andy sits down with the Mandalorian's Dave Filoni. We take a look at some never-before-seen footage from The Empire Strikes Back, and much, much more. Now, from the safety of their own homes, here's Andy Gutierrez and Anthony Carboni.
Hello and welcome to the Star Wars Show, the only Star Wars show on the internet celebrating the holidays with a 100% stop-motion animated special.
Yeah, dude, about that one. We didn't follow through with that idea.
Fair.
Yeah.
And also very on brand for us.
Oh, totally.
But we do have our annual Star Wars Show holiday special song and dance number.
Yeah, no. A, nobody likes those anyway. And B, song and dance numbers, they don't really work well over video conference call.
Well, it's the end of the year, Andy. We gotta find something to celebrate.
Oh, I mean, we do. 2020 is the 40th anniversary of The Empire Strikes Back, a movie that's had a profound impact on generations of Star Wars fans.
In fact, a bunch of past, present, and future Lucasfilm filmmakers sat down to talk about what Empire meant to them.
Not to mention the impact it left on them and how it helped propel them in their career to where they are now, creating new Star Wars stories for future generations.
Plus, there's lots of never-before-seen archival footage and alternate takes from the film. Check it out.
Luke Skywalker and Han Solo rescued the princess, destroyed the Death Star, but their story didn't end there.
Star Wars was a real game changer in 1977. Empire Strikes Back delivered one of the best sequels in the history of cinema.
The Empire Strikes Back.
When I was a kid, the idea of a sequel wasn't a foregone conclusion. My mind was blown that the story was even continuing.
You don't have to do this to impress me.
I think it's a movie where you can go as far as you want in terms of your imagination. And yet, it always stays grounded, it always stays human.
Nothing to worry about. We go way back, Lando.
It's one of the best follow-up movies in the history of film.
The probability of successfully navigating through an asteroid field is approximately 2,756 to 1.
I'm that one.
All right, R2, be looking down at your little arm.
R2-D2, you know better than to trust a strange computer.
I was the youngest of three, and I had a very bossy older sister and brother.
Pay attention to what you're doing. Oh, switch off.
So I felt like I identified with R2. He was always getting bossed around through the whole thing. So when he fixed the hyperdrive, I felt very vindicated. I sort of felt like that was my place in my family, the smart one that nobody was ever paying attention to.
You did it!
40B, take one, camera's aim B.
One of my favorite things about the film is Mark Hamill's performance, which I think is just so pitch perfect. He's confronting the darker parts of his personality. We see that fear and anger and frustration and impatience. It's really kind of astounding.
Okay.
And it's doubly impressive if you think that most of the time he's acting with a puppet.
Yeah, that's good. Good.
My favourite moment is on Dagobah, when Luke is trying to bring his X-Wing out of the swamp.
Slowly, going down. You sense something's wrong. Open your eyes.
You see Luke get a little angry at Yoda in the scene too, you know. Why are you asking this of me? I can't do it.
Do or do not.
If you're trying, you're holding back. There's self-doubt in there and fear. If you're doing something and you give it everything you have, chances are you'll succeed.
And Yoda, with his 3 little fingers, brings the thing out of the swamp. But not only just brings it up to the surface, out of the water. And Luke, what does Luke say?
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it.
That is why you fail.
That, for me, is the best moment in the film. That's a message I can take with me throughout my life.
Action.
There's so much more Darth Vader. He's such an incredible villain. And then, of course, the twist at the end with I am your father, that's like a whole other level of drama.
The I am your father moment, obviously, is fantastic. But I would say the battle in the snow, that's amazing. And it happened so early in the film. It's just spectacular.
Visual effects-wise, it started this tradition that you saw at ILM of improving and improving and improving. They took everything they did in the first film and they had learned from it, and then they did it better in Empire Strikes Back. So you see these advancements happening. It felt real, it felt so believable, and yet it's so imaginative and creative.
The Empire Strikes Back is a very challenging film for audiences. None of the characters that you're following actually succeed in any possible way, you know? It's very dark and intense.
But alongside this darkness is incredible fun, incredible adventure, some of the funniest lines.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
Which can feel rather light.
Yes, Your Highnesses.
15E, take 13.
Han, we need you.
What? Out!
And what precisely am I supposed to know?
That was good. That was good.
We need the levity to bring greater depth to the peril. So it's a wonderful concert of light and dark, as Star Wars should be.
Once you start down the dark path, forever will it dominate your destiny.
Children don't really get to work through what it's like to have good and bad existing in the same body. This moment occurring in Star Wars truly emblazoned itself on my psyche. What are you willing to sacrifice of yourself?
Come with me. It is the only way.
Yeah, the lighting I think is great on that. Yeah. And I think that's going to look real good.
The story elements are deep, universal, awe-inspiring, and once again, daring. Through Star Wars, George Lucas has inspired a generation of filmmakers today.
Man, Empire had some amazing moments.
Seriously, we've got Yoda, Han and Carbonite, Vader's big reveal, Lando.
And lest we forget, the Battle of Hoth and Wilro Hood.
How could you forget the Battle of Hoth? But what if I told you we can make it better?
You can't make Wilro Hood better.
The Battle of Hoth. What if I told you we could make the Battle of Hoth better?
Are you hinting at what I think you're hinting at?
If you think I'm hinting at making a sequel to the segment that nabbed the Star Wars show its 3rd Emmy nomination, then you'd be right.
Get out of town.
I will not. In fact, because it's a sequel, we went bigger and better. But because we couldn't get into a studio, it also got weirder.
In all the best ways, I'm sure.
Obviously. Ladies and gentlemen, the Star Wars show is very proud and very excited to present to you the Battle of Hoth with animals.
Presented by our friends at Geico. Enjoy.
Echo Station 3TA.
Echo Station 5-7. We're on our way. All right, boys, keep tight now.
Luke, I have no approach vector. I'm not set.
Steady, Dak. Attack pattern Delta. Go now. All right, coming in. That armor's too strong for blasters. Rogue group, use your harpoons and tow cables. Go for the legs. It might be our only chance of stopping them. All right, stand by, Dak.
Oh, Luke, we've got a malfunction in fire control. I'll have to cut in the auxiliary.
Just hang on. Get ready to fire that tow cable.
Yes, Lord Vader. I've reached the main power generators. The shield will be down in moments. You may start your landing.
Rogue 3!
Copy, Rogue Leader.
Wedge, I've lost my gunner. You'll have to take this shot. I'll cover for you. Set your harpoon. Follow me on the next pass.
Coming around, Rogue Leader.
Steady, Rogue 2.
Activate harpoon. Good shot, Jensen. One more pass. Coming around. Once more. Cable out. Let her go. Detach cable. Cable detached. Wow, that got him. I see it, Wedge. Good work.
Well, if that isn't worth a 4th Emmy nomination, I don't know what is.
How will we top it? I know. How about I call up my very good friend, hockey enthusiast, and executive producer of The Mandalorian, Dave Filoni?
Well, then yes, that would top it. By all means, go. Talk to the man. We need answers to things.
I will.
Bring me back a macaron.
Dave Filoni, it is so good to have a few minutes with you. I know that you've been super, super busy this year and we haven't had a chance to talk much, so welcome.
Hello.
I think saying that it's been a big year for you is kind of an understatement. The Clone Wars is back and Mando's happening. I want to know what the highlight of this year has been for you.
I don't know. I can't really say there's a highlight. I work with so many talented people. I don't want to put one over anything else. It was a unique experience to finish Clone Wars, and I'm very proud of that work. And making Mando and everything I learned in first season to second, and write another episode and include some of my favorite characters that I've been a part of creating over the years at Lucasfilm was very special. So they're both right up there for me, and I like both things I've been able to deliver. I mean, but you should, right? You should like all the things you're doing, and who knew it'd be such an exciting time. It's been a different year, that's for sure.
All of these stories actually have like become much more connected over this year. You know, you've got pieces of Rebels and pieces of the Clone Wars coming together in Mando. What's it like for you kind of tying all of those pieces together? Has it been something that you've been working toward specifically for a long time, or was it just something that you kind of had to figure out as you got to this point?
Well, it's definitely something I've been working towards for a long time. The idea of taking characters that I'd worked with in animation and moving them into the live action space is something that I became interested in directly because of my work with George. I hadn't really aspired to be a live action director in my career. I was just really focused on animation and learning that craft and art. But working with George, you know, he gave me a lot of confidence to say, well, maybe this is something I could do. I didn't know if it would ever happen. You know, you need so many things to go right, and you need to be surrounded by the right people. It's not just about what you're going to do and what you can bring to it. You have to have a team of people, whether it's animation, live action, that are all trying to make this awesome story happen in the way you want. And I've been very fortunate to be aligned with the right people at every step of my career here at Lucasfilm.
So now that we're coming to the end of season 2, like obviously your experience is probably very different from season 1 till now. Can you tell me a little bit about how that's changed, how you've grown, how your approach has evolved?
I think it's like everything, right? You get confidence. You have a better understanding of what you're doing. You've seen results from making the first season. You've done so many episodes. You know more of what to look for. In season 2, everybody coming on set knew that Grogu was a big star. He went from being like our little secret that we all thought was cool to being like this global phenomenon of a little guy. Like suddenly he's everywhere, and there's songs about him and like graffiti about him. Like he's everywhere. And so everybody who came on set treated him a little differently this year, which was kind of funny to watch. He already has such great personality. I think the puppeteering and everything, that his performance was even better this second season. After making a season, John and I both realized several things that worked, several things that didn't work, how to use the volume better to our advantage. And you just apply that going forward. You want a good balance of things that are challenging that you've never done and things that you're confident are going to work when you set out to do them. So I went into directing the episode I did this past season with a lot more confidence and knowledge and a game plan that I thought could work. I basically made an episode of Star Wars that I'd always wanted to make, which was like a samurai film and, you know, Kurosawa, Yojimbo style action and adventure.
That's so funny, because when I was watching this, I was like, oh wow, this is like every one of Dave's favorite things. He's got Westerns in it. He's got samurai films in it. It looked like you on a screen.
I put some giant monsters in the back, so they're kaiju. There's a little Godzilla, you know, a little Mononoke. The trick is when you're taking inspiration from the works of great talented artists is You have to do things well. So it puts a lot of pressure on you to deliver something that's unique in its own right. With the team that we have on the Mando series, I know that we can do that. From early on, you know, when I was talking to John about how I wanted to do it, I said, I really want to slow the pace down for this episode. I want to let shots be a little longer than we've had before and really give Rosario a chance to perform and be the character and just let her carry the shot, carry the frame. And I was just thrilled with what Rosario brought to it. You know, I met Rosario beforehand and when we talked about playing the character and stuff, but every day I was on set, I just met Ahsoka and she was that character. And I would just marvel at it, how this thing that you've pictured so long in your head can just be there in front of you in a very real way. And all the study and research that she did to be that and all the things that she knows about the character now that we could talk about. It was awesome. I got to say, it was an awesome experience and something I'll never forget.
It felt so right. And seeing Bo-Katan, you know, in live action as well, and having Katie Sackhoff being there to, you know, bring her to this dimension to that character is pretty amazing.
When I cast Katie way back when, I told her, I said, you know, if we get this right, we could do this in live action one day with you. Because when I was creating Bo-Katan, I was very aware of Katie's work as Starbuck. And so there was a lot of that attitude that I knew she could bring immediately into the character. She was so fanned out when she showed up in armor. You know, I was there, but she had it on the first time. The two of us were just so happy. Yeah, it's a really cool thing. I mean, what a special thing.
I gotta talk about Temuera Morrison.
Oh, Tim, yeah. He's priceless. He's immeasurable. He is the exact person for that role.
I was texting my Boba Fett fanboys and I was like, okay, you win. Boba Fett's cool.
And yeah, he's got the armor and we used it. Finally, the story in that moment's about him. So he should do all those things. In the old films, it's not as much about him. He's a player in it, but it's not about him. And I love when he says, I don't want your armor, I want my armor. And you're just like, wow, it's Boba Fett claiming his armor back.
This series has done, I think, so much to expand the fandom of Star Wars. It's brought in so many people who may not have been paying much attention to these stories for a really long time. And now they're experiencing the rest of Star Wars. How do you think that these stories are going to impact sort of the past work that you've done at Lucasfilm? It seems to me like it's giving new life to your animated series.
I think so. I mean, I think that's what's unique about the Disney Plus environment, right? Is that you can watch, and I would say that probably a lot of people come to Mandalorian to see Grogu. Then they get on this adventure and they encounter other characters and they go, well, who is this character? And you can literally just scroll down and watch Ahsoka when she first meets Anakin as a Padawan, or you can watch the Clone Wars, you can watch Bo-Katan and Rebels. So it's very accessible where, you know, when I was a kid and I saw episode 4, I'm like, oh my gosh, I missed 3. And I didn't realize that there were no other 3. And the Obi-Wan's talking about the Clone Wars. I'm like, well, that would be cool to see. And so the whole thing has changed now where it's available if you want. But as a storyteller, you have a challenging responsibility to both tell the story in a way that will make sense to people that have never seen it before, but also honor the fact that there have been people that have been with you for many, 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 many years and have certain expectations of the character. These are all the considerations. Look at this, it's a fun talk. We haven't had a talk like this in a while, Andy.
It's been a while. And you've got so much more going on. I mean, you've got Bad Batch coming up next year.
I mean, it's a fun show. I'm very excited about it. I will say that, like, to me, it's very much in the vein of Clone Wars, and it follows the legacy that we started way back with George of telling very, very exciting adventure stories in the style of Clone Wars. It does aspire to the look and the scale of those adventures, which I think now the audience really demands to have the animated series be epic, like where we were at the end of the episodes of the Siege of Mandalore. And the animation team is doing such great work. So I'm very proud of them and the work that we're doing there. There's a lot to come. I can't tell you. So busy. But it's good. I mean, I love it all. And, you know, to be this far into Star Wars in my career, it's like 15 years now, but we're still doing such exciting stuff. I never get tired of it. I'm always excited. There's always something new to do. And working with John is super exciting as well. And I love what we've done on all creative fronts. It's pretty exciting.
That's awesome. Well, I can't wait to see the rest of the season and what's coming down the road. Thank you so much for coming and rambling with me.
Thank you so much. I'm sure we'll edit it down to barely anything.
Yeah,
though.
There's like a good 3 minutes in there, I'm sure.
You're watching the Star
Wars show. This has been a jam-packed season finale.
I don't want it to end.
We have had some great times.
Absolute blast.
Like 5 years worth of memories.
A half-decade of goofs, guffaws, and gallivanting.
Now see, you're using alliteration and you're only alliterative when you're stalling.
Stalling? No. Fine. Let's just address the bantha in the room.
The Star Wars show is going on hiatus.
Not like our normal holiday hiatus. This time we're going to take an actual meaningful break.
That's not to say the two of us or the show are going anywhere. We'll still pop back up for the occasional specials or events, but as far as the weekly and monthly series goes, we're going to take a step back for a bit. How long? Who knows?
We've been lucky enough to have some of the best fans around, watching and supporting our unique brand of Star Wars fun and cringe.
It's a very unique brand of cringe.
The best.
It's a fine vintage of cringe, our cringe. This show has allowed us to do some royally insane things over the last 5 years.
Yeah, we've ridden in Indy cars, had Disneyland to ourselves to shoot segments on Space Mountain, and entire episodes from Inside Galaxy's Edge.
The whole crew has flown around the world in the name of Star Wars.
Not to mention, 2 of our own Star Wars show droids, Chopper and Cheese, appeared in Rogue One and an episode of The Mandalorian. We're so proud of our sweet boys.
Whether we're hosting celebrations, broadcasting from red carpets, or hopping on a cruise ship for a week to dress an Ewok up like a character from The Love Boat, the crew of the Star Wars show is, for risk of sounding cliche, a very tight-knit family.
Literally. 2 of our crew members are engaged to be married, and one of our producers officiated my own wedding.
There aren't enough words to express how grateful we all feel being part of this special little show.
So let's take a look back at some of the amazing times we've had here on the Star Wars Show.
You guys are best bros.
What's up, Broham?
Friend it up.
Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe to the channel you're watching right now. Yup.
This is the Star Wars Show.
The only Star Wars show made inside of Lucasfilm.
Where Star Wars is actually being made right now.
Hey! I can't make it if you keep talking!
Whipster!
No, not yet.
It's the Star Wars Show, baby!
How's it going, man?
Yeah, man, it's so good.
Oh, boy. Yeah!
Let's just rip it.
What's going on? This is so weird.
Mr. Lucas, my name's Bobby Moynihan, like a child, like I was lost.
I really don't want to get emotional about this. What would John Boyega do?
Sword of Skywalker.
Are you Keanu Reeves?
After all these years.
Hello, what have we here?
Hey. I still look to Star Wars as the benchmark.
The day I got it, I bought like a whole pizza.
Yes.
We're only linked by no secret base.
I learned how to put on a helmet.
That's good. That's very helpful.
We had a Wookiee boot camp.
Domhnall Gleeson. I got that one. Donald. Damn it!
No, mommy. K2. It's really a 3-shot. Boom, boom, boom.
It's amazing!
Okay. I want to be your online correspondent. I want to be there on opening day.
I don't need to have my face on camera to be famous.
Nice thing to wake up to.
Yeah.
What?
Spoiler.
Oh, you have no idea.
It's so exciting.
I got Star Wars.
I have a Starlight pit in my backyard.
It's a thrill to be in all of this right here on the Star Wars Show.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Thank you so much.
I'm here on set.
I didn't even notice the little pup skeleton. We are about to go for Star Wars Day at Sea.
Oh, this is great!
Go.
Yeah, go!
The molds used to make the props.
We're outside the animation studio Titmouse.
Today we honor Mark Hamill. Matt Lieb here at Comic-Con.
I'm still like shaking in speeches.
It was just so amazing. I grew up with that show and it means so much to me.
The only Star Wars show broadcasting from Black Spire Outpost on the planet of Batuu.
Oh, tracklist!
How cool would it be to recreate the scene from Return of the Jedi?
I've been driving around Hollywood Boulevard. We have our very own For Your Consideration billboard.
We're at Levi's Stadium.
Let's jump into it.
We thought it would be a fun idea to see what the trench run would look like if all the actors were replaced by adorable tiny animals.
Good fog standing by.
This is the Star Wars Red Carpet World Premiere live stream.
Hey.
Look at all the glitz, glamour, and excitement of a movie premiere.
Harry, do you want to just interview Oscar real quick?
What? It's tough to not be emotional.
I didn't even think it'd be this big when I started.
Nuts to be here.
I wouldn't wish to be anywhere else but here. Thank you to all the fans out there for keeping this alive.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this.
I'm sure they're going to love it.
Welcome to the Star Wars Show live from Star Wars Celebration.
This is a crowd of thousands.
Of course there's a trailer. What are you talking about?
The one, the only, Ahmed Best!
Everyone is so wonderful. The energy is exciting and so very positive.
To come here and have this kind of energy, this kind of passion for something and be reminded of what it means to you is a shot in the arm that we desperately needed.
Star Wars fans are the best fans in the galaxy!
Thank you all so much.
It's Star Wars. Everything is important.
It's their 9th annual Toyotathon.
It's coarse and rough, and it gets everywhere.
I have a pitch for you.
No. No, we can't have DC. No.
I'm on the moon, Andy!
Here's to you, Shockmaster.
This is the Star Wars Trivia Challenge.
Let's do it.
Do it!
This is so strange and fun.
Friendship is like wetting your pants.
This is Leia's lightsaber.
I'm gonna raise you a dog treat.
Did somebody say wizard?
I'd like to know who approved that.
Back in the old days.
Gorgeous.
I know that there's a new mythology emerging. That's awesome. Yay.
Just put in the embarrassing stuff.
Unlimited pancakes.
Okay, Chewie, let's punch it.
Roger.
I got the sea chopper out there.
I cannot believe we have a Jar Jar.
One of those will work.
You know, none of this is canon.
No.
Andy, we gotta go.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, StarWars.com only has 4 minutes? That's weird.
We have done a lot. What was your favorite thing we did?
Doing one is impossible. Okay, if I'm allowed to cheat a little bit, I'm just gonna say every celebration is special.
No, that was
Celebration is a wonderful time. It's allowed to be yours too. We can both enjoy celebration because as fun as it is to be talking about this stuff and kind of sometimes we get little sneak peeks or we get little access to things that people don't get access to. I think the best thing is being able to share all that stuff in a room full of thousands of people that care about this thing as much as we do and actually getting to be in the middle of all of it and meeting people who are a part of this community is just, it's crazy wonderful, you know?
Celebration is like the way I recharge my Star Wars batteries. I love Star Wars so much, but then you forget that you can love it even more when you're in like this huge room full of people who are there with the exact same idea.
Yeah, and it's such a huge thing for me too because
that's when we met.
That's when we met.
Friends.
It was the first time I worked with everybody here. It was such a huge deal. So that was the first one, and then the last one that we did together in Chicago was amazing because it just felt like we've done this for a few years now. We know what we're doing. It kind of felt like, oh, I know this room and I know these people, and this is going to be fun. This is a thing that I can look forward to, and it was a real blast.
And I'm trying to think of like picking a favorite segment, and I keep coming back to doing paintball with Janina and Sam and TJ. Like, that was wild. We had kits built for us and got to run around and play Star Wars. That was amazing.
We're honorary troopers. We're members of the 501st.
I'm legit a Mando. I mean, they heard me say I didn't like Boba Fett that much, and they were like, no, we're gonna make you a kit, and we're gonna make you one of us.
I have the dolls that sweet grandmother made us.
I do too.
That sweet grandmother in South America made us those dolls.
Got to work with Matt Lieb.
Matt Lieb will do anything.
And anytime we needed like an amazing actor to be a crazy character, here comes Peter Townley just straight crushing it.
You can call him the night before and say, listen, we're doing a 70s cop. I need you to be a 70s cop. Or it's like, hey, can you come in tomorrow and be Robert Stack?
Oh, and Anthony, you also have this show to thank for your bromance with Anthony Daniels, your best friend and soul.
Oh, my arch nemesis, Anthony Daniels. 3PO was my favorite character when I was a kid. And so to meet Anthony Daniels and then just to have him come in and be willing to do the dumb bits that we've written. Because everybody who's involved with Star Wars is super cool. And before we go, we definitely want to thank our incredible crew.
Yeah, you guys make us look good. And you literally put the words in our mouths week after week.
Yeah, it is not easy to make us look good.
No.
We will mess everything up.
Yeah.
You would think that we do it on purpose.
You would think.
You would think. and maybe that's our cover story. But we could not have done this show without all of the hard work and countless hours that this team has put into it week after week.
And finally, we want to thank you, the fans, so very much for watching.
Thank you.
This year and every year. We cannot wait to see you down the road when it's finally safe to come out again.
Because like we alluded to earlier, this isn't goodbye. It's just to see you real soon, as our corporate parent company mascot would say.
The Star Wars show may be taking a break, but the StarWars.com team will still be churning out new and amazing shows, series, and content every week for you to enjoy.
Plus, I don't know if y'all heard, but there is a lot of Star Wars coming in the future.
So while we take a break waiting for more Mandalorian and/or Obi-Wan Kenobi, Lando, Ahsoka, Rangers of the New Republic, The Acolyte, Bad Batch, Visions, A Droid Story, and Rogue Squadron to be completed, you can count on the Star Wars show returning like the Jedi we are sometime in the future.
And we'll still be around from time to time hosting Star Wars show specials and events, so we are not disappearing like a Force vision.
Thank you so much for watching and caring about this weird little show for the last 5 seasons.
Seriously, thank you all so much for watching. It has been wonderful. And as always, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. May the Force be with you.
3, 2.
Hi, I'm Anthony Carboni.
3, 2.
No.
3, 2.
Hi, I'm Anthony Carboni.
I'm sorry. You were in a loud jacket, I'm wearing loud shoes.
Can you guys hear any of this? Are you picking any of this up on the microphone?
Are my bracelets a little loud today?
Tell me if you're getting any of this. I don't see anything on that screen.
Pre-retaped?
Pre-retaped.
We use that earthquake as our blooper.
It's all foggy in here. I got respiratory problems.
It's good for aiming.
Who's there? I say AT-AT. That's how I say it.
At AT.
That's another argument that people have a lot of the time.
All the time.
All the time. I say ALL the time.
Maz's castle on
Maz's castle on Takodana.
Maz's castle on Takodana.
Maz's castle on Takodana.
Maz's castle on Takodana. Sorry. We want to hear your porg poetry.
Send us your baby.
Don't send us baby.
Please don't send us babies.
Send us your baby.
Don't
give me your firstborn and I will give you a porg.
I know how football works. I really like football.
You can like Star Wars and know how football works.
All right. Half of the hosts only know how football works.
Why don't I get to know how football works?
Do you?
Yeah, who doesn't know how football works?
You cannot jump on the Crystal Fox bandwagon.
I like them both.
You were hardcore porg, and you
I
now
still like
just...
porg. I can't like Crystal Fox?
My thing. I was Crystal Fox before you were Crystal Fox.
Wow, get off my plane.
Get off my Millennium Falcon.
That's true, swear to me. I love that at the end we do not pay this off with being in costume.
Would have been really funny if we were in costume as each other.
Here, now you're an Anthony cosplay and I'm an Andy cosplay.
I'm Anthony Carboni.
I'm Andy Gutierrez.
So funny.
Salt, salt, salt.